A time series is usually referred to an ordered collection of data which is usually in accordance with the time. For example, we have a data in which there is a collection of COVID cases. So, for the case of time series, first we will have dates, and after that we will have the number of dates. For example, for 30 days we will have 30 columns, and here we will have the COVID cases or things like that. So that will all be in the rows. So this is how we have an ordered collection of data for time series. What are a few examples of this? A few examples of this are yearly wages, other than that annual production, and what is the traffic flow, which can be hourly, monthly or weekly as well. So all of these are examples of time series. So data can be collected on regular as well as irregular intervals. What does it mean? It means that it can be collected on the basis of the interval of 1 day, or the first data is collected on today and the second tomorrow, and after that after 2 days, and then after 10 days. So it can be on the basis of regular intervals, or it can also be in the basis of irregular intervals. For time series, many variables can be recorded simultaneously. It can be done with the help of multiple sensors if we are talking about real world examples. So now let's move on towards the motivation of time series. It has very vast applications when we talk about real world domains. COVID cases, stock predictions, death predictions are a few examples of time series. The reason for doing time series analysis are as follows. The first reason could be you need some features. Time series analysis can be used to track features like trend, seasonality, and variability in your data. Other than that, time series analysis can also be used for forecasting. For example, for the prediction of stock prices, it will be used if you would like to know if the price will rise or fall and how much it will rise or fall in the future. So all of this will come under the umbrella of time series forecasting. After that, you can also run inferences with the help of time series. You can predict the value and draw inferences from your data using time series. So when we talk about time series data, it has great importance because at some time each of you will be handling uncertainties either in your experimental data or in your simulations, whatever may be the case. As AI practitioners, we are supposed to be well versed with handling uncertainties. So uncertainties are handled with the help of time series. As the course reads, it is called applied time series analysis. And the reason we have put the word applied in here is because we are going to learn how to apply concepts of time series analysis in real world environment. Since this is of great importance, we will be focusing mostly on the practical approaches, but we will focus on the in-depth concepts of the time series as well. There is no discipline that can actually claim ownership to time series data. In every discipline, in engineering, social sciences, medicine, or even something like biomedical engineering, econometrics, financial engineering, everywhere you would run into time series data. So now let's move on towards the features of time series. So what are the main features of time series data? The first feature is stationarity and non-stationarity. A stationary time series is one whose statistical properties such as mean, variance, and autocorrelation are all constant over time. Hence, a non-stationary series is one whose statistical properties change over time. Non-stationary data should be first converted into stationary data, for example by trend removal, so that further statistical analysis can be done on the detrended stationary data. This is so because, for example, if the series is consistently increasing over time, the sample mean and variance will grow with the size of the sample, and they will always underestimate the mean and variance in future periods. The usual mean of detrending a series is to fit a regression line and then subtract it from the original data. Most statistical forecasting methods are based on assumption that the time series is approximately stationary. So if it is non-stationary, first we have to convert it to stationary, and then we can apply forecasting methodologies on it. After that, the next feature is periodicity. A periodicity is a pattern in a time series that occurs at regular time intervals. More precisely, the time series is set cyclical if the time intervals at which the pattern repeats itself can't be precisely defined and is not constant. So that will be covered in periodicity. The next feature is seasonality. Seasonality in time series means that time series data may contain seasonal variations. Seasonal variations or seasonalities are cycles that repeat regularly over time. A repeating pattern within each year is known as seasonal variation, although the term is applied more generally to repeating patterns within any fixed period. So the next term that is important is nonlinearity. Nonlinearity is an important feature of time series which cannot be neglected. Usually, we see linearity trends in the available datasets and models being developed and used by the academic and industrial persons. It has often been found that simple linear time series models usually leave certain aspects of economic and financial data unexplained. Since economic and financial systems are known to go through both structural and behavioral changes, it is reasonable to assume that different time series models may be required to explain the empirical data at different times. So therefore, nonlinearity is also a feature of time series data. So these are the main features that come in handy when we are talking about time series analysis. We must learn how we can control these features, how to use these features, and how to implement a time series with the help of these features as well.